When life gives you lemons, you make beef stew. If I get stuck in solo lane, I don't play like a solo laner. I play like I'm trying to survive and get out of this mistake of a ranked match. If you intend to actually learn solo lane, turn around right now. Turn this video off, go to FineOK, go to Mast, go to Duke Sloth, go to anyone that's not me. When I get absolutely shafted, I like to go Guan Yu, Vamana, Hercules in that order. The sustain is amazing, the fighting is amazing, the minion clearing is amazing, and the best part of it all, they're brain dead to play. And I have no shame whatsoever. I make King Arthur look like he needs buffs. So yeah, I play with the training wheels on, I got the little streamers too, and you're gonna hear me tooting my horn as you're in my wagon, getting this V, W, whatever, V for victory, W for a win. Use your brain though, don't pick Guan Yu if the enemy solo laner has an easy time canceling your 3. And if your team has too many physicals by the time it's your turn to pick, just grab Sobek or Yorm. They can easily stall out a lane. Guardians are fine in solo. Starting build, I just go on YouTube and go find a FineOK video, or I build like a support. Because that's basically how I think of the role, is I'm a support who's not going to get behind. Another thing I like to do is mess with the duo lane economy. I'm showing up in a duo lane, I'm targeting either the support or the ADC. Maybe we get a kill, maybe we don't, but we get their actives and we get some consumables. I do it before the minions meet, and I back off and leave so I'm not leeching any experience from my duo laners. Then I teleport to solo lane and I don't miss any experience. If you don't understand map timings, just stay in solo lane, that's a safer bet. It's okay if you get outpushed a little bit, just make sure you get your blue buff. You want to be able to sustain, you want to be able to clear, you want to be able to fight a little bit, you need mana for that. Better solo laners than I can grab the experience from the wave and from the blue buff. I'm not going to do that, I'm going to play it safe and grab the blue. Now here's where I take a gamble. Rank just got reset, right? I'm climbing up through the ranks. That's how I got stuck in solo lane, because boy, once I start winning, you don't see me out of duo. I'm taking a gamble that maybe he's a worse solo laner than me, or maybe he's not a solo laner at all. The ultimate Shamalama Ding Dong plot twist. 2 duo laners stuck in the solo lane. I have enough understanding of Guan Yu and Chaac to know that Guan Yu beats Chaac, especially in the early game, and I also have enough understanding of the minions to know that if I stand in Chaac's clear, he's going to end up taking the full force of the wave to his forehead. It's hard to fight Guan early because he steals protections, he gets his own protections, and he does a lot of damage. I know some of you are probably telling me, what about Chuck when I mentioned my top 3 gods for solo lane? Chuck is the god of stalemates. He's not going to win the lane, but he's not going to lose it either. So he oversteps and I kill him, and that's what I want to do for the rest of the laning phase, and now for the most crucial decision you're ever going to make in this role. Are you going to do laundry, or are you going to go cook? Are you going to go clean, or are you going to read a book? From my understanding, this is the part where we just slap each other and farm for like 50 minutes. I get my blue buff, I get the wave, Totem of Ku. When do you get that? I have no idea. I only get it when I know I can safely get in and get out. If I feel like I can get a kill, I will. And don't spam at the jungler. Don't rely on the jungler to help. If they do help you, that's great. If they don't expect it. Because what's the point? You're not a solo laner. Even if you get ahead, you don't know what to do with the lead. If in the solo lane or in any other role, except maybe mid laners kind of rely on the jungler. If you can't exist without a jungler ganking for you, you don't know your role well enough. An actual secret for having a good win-loss ratio, because most people think, oh, it's going to be 50-50, either you win or you lose. No, it's going to be either you win, either you lose, or you break even. That makes it 66% chance in your favor. I may not carry out of this role, but I'm not going to waste my team's resources. At around 10, 11, 12 minutes or so, the Gold Fury, she's looking kind of cold, so I time it so I can push a wave, then I back, and then I go make my way over to the Gold Fury side. I'm looking for a kill, somebody to drop, maybe a duo laner, maybe a mid laner, maybe a jungler, help my team out so that they can get the Gold Fury. Because the thing about solo lane is if you're breaking even, you're still going to be ahead of almost everybody else. And if you're winning your lane, even better, swing that weight around. And no one knows duo lane like a duo laner. So good news, take that weight and swing it around at the enemy duo lane. I kill Ymir, I run and kill Skadi, and then I teleport so I don't lose my tower, and I leave Gold Fury so that my team can get it. Yeah, they kind of fail me, but it happens. These things just happen. You went from the early game into the mid game, now to push from mid game to late game. You are simply a support on steroids. You can peel for your team just like any other support, but you can also initiate hella hard. I mean, I've thought about switching to solo lane just for that late game support goodness, but there's so much small things, I'm no good for it, man, no thank you. And each role has its given frustrations, you know, like support can win the early game and then be frustrated because you lose the late game. Solo is the opposite of that. You can not get to late game because you just lost everything in the early game. And as far as the builds go, be aware of the strong solo lane items. I know right now they're either Glad Shield, Berserker Shield, or Blackthorn Hammer, and then boots, or you can switch those two. Then your first defensive item, Breastplate of Valor could have worked, physical protections, mana sustain, more abilities used. I got Void Shield because I wanted physical protections and I wanted my Thor and my MC to do more damage alongside me, while I also already shred physical protections. Now they're gonna have even less of them. If you got a physical one, then you get a magical one next. Genji's Guard, Bulwark. I got a Pestilence just for the anti-heal. Yeah, the support can get one as well, but if we're on different sides of the fights, we have a more effective area covered with anti-heal. Mantle of Discord, Magi's Blessing, something to counter crowd control, you know, Winged Wand, Blade, whatever the heck it's called, if they have a lot of slows, or if you just want to zoom. And then after that, you're just the support that you dreamed you could always be. Initiate without dying, fall back and peel a little bit, and then initiate again. You're a one-man circus, you don't need anybody. And since you're a duo laner and solo laner, you'll understand what it is a duo laner wants from a solo laner, so just do that. What is it that you would want your solo laner to do if you were the ADC or the support right now? We've hit 3K subscribers, and I'm eternally grateful. You all need to stop, because I'm running out of things to do for these milestones, you know? If I could get some love for some actual solo laners in the comments, if you would leave a few tips and tricks, some small things. Imagine that they just got stuck in solo lane, they texted you in the middle of the night, yo, what you doing? Oh, you know, no, solo laning. Oh, okay, all right, what can I do? Just tell me in like 3-5 minutes, how do I play this role? Nothing crazy, nothing too intricate, and also tell me, what's your favorite mobile game when you're just farming for 5 years?